What's up, little bros? Thanks for tuning in again, always greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe if you like this video. And if you've already seen my content before, then go ahead and click that subscribe button, because there's gonna be more, bros. Alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into that Hardline review. Battlefield Hardline takes what we already know and love about the Battlefield series and fuses a cops versus robbers theme into the already existing stellar, fast-paced multiplayer that we've all been astounded by in the past. Unfortunately, this game felt very DLC-like. It could have probably even been pulled off as a Battlefield 4 mod without the godforsaken single player. With some offense, EA, Battlefield Hardline single player was a total clusterfuck.
You're gonna get along great.
EA tries hard to incorporate a distinctive campaign mode that aims to give the series a much-needed breath of fresh air. The ability to take out your enemies by simply arresting them and/or distracting them sounds good on paper and would have installed a pleasurable reconstruction to the series' previous lackluster Call of Duty clone-like single players back in recent entries. If, and only if, EA actually managed to pull it off in a smart way. You gain unlocks as you take down enemies, complete missions, and complete various case files scattered around each mission. You go through each mission as an episode that's supposed to take you on a mysterious epic drama, which only turns out to be a boring, cliche, predictable cop movie with cheesy lines.
Are we gonna have a problem?
The game almost felt like a movie sometimes, more than a game. The amount of quick-time events and narrative walkabouts made this game ridiculous. Some of the missions were amusing, but then quickly nosedived back into boring moments, like I had to drive from point A to B for 5 minutes, or go around looking for evidence in a building for 10. This really disrupted my experience. The unlock system must have been rushed by a noob designer because it absolutely makes zero fucking sense. You actually unlock advanced guns when trying to play the game with a stealth approach, and unlock these arms less when playing without the stealth approach. The filler case files have absolutely zero content to them, and are often laughable objects sitting in plain sight waiting to be scanned as evidence by your scanner. If this doesn't sound bad enough, I'm sorry, it gets worse. The items supposed to be scanned by you are even subject to a hint system. Your phone will actually vibrate whenever you're next to a new case file, making the reward in actually finding them non-existent. This was all disappointing, especially when the facial animations were incredible. The voice acting was admirable, and the incorporated comedy lines were an entertaining inclusion. I actually completed the campaign on normal difficulty in about 6 hours. I will probably never revisit this joke of a campaign ever again. Its only relevance that it has to offer is by providing yet another example of how single players shouldn't even be included into a game when they're utter shit. The multiplayer experience does not, in my opinion, justify the $60 price tag. The 64-player vehicular combat returns, standing alongside the traditional conquest mode. Of course, team deathmatch is there as well.
That's right.
But the substantial reason to buy this game lies in its 5 new modes built exclusively for its criminal versus police showdown theme. You are either placed in an intense firefight, a car chase, or in a perilous team struggle when playing these modes. Not to say these modes don't offer a fun experience from time to time, however, some of them need big adjustments. For instance, the Hotwire mode, where you gain points by driving around marked cars for you to steal and driving them around a map, while gaining points for however long you have those cars in your possession. The other team's job is to stop your team's madness, which is kind of put off since people literally just drive around the map in circles. The Blood Money and Heist modes were extremely fast-paced and genuinely fun, and uncomplicated enough to just jump into and play. The other 2 modes, Crosshair and Rescue, try to offer the competitive scene some recognition due to the small team count and no respawn feature. However, in Crosshair, the maps were poorly executed and assigned with this mode, and offer teams to quickly exploit them and win the match. The objectives in this mode are won over in a matter of seconds, and fails to create an opposing team struggle over them. The gripe I have over the rescue mode is that whenever one of the 2 teams' hostages are captured by the other team, the hostages are not displayed properly on the map with a marker to track and recover. You basically camp at extraction site and hope you get lucky, but if it's 5v1, forget it, the game's over. The multiplayer's unlock system revolves around in-game currency that you are rewarded with by completing objectives and challenges. Hardline's unlocks are minimal and don't even offer complete customization between classes like previous entries. One new unlock worth mentioning is the new Harpoon, which has a zipline attachment that you can use on the cable after firing to zip around the map. It does grant the game more player accessibility to their surroundings on the map, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Although there are only 9 maps, each map plays well and is detailed fully. Albeit, the problem is in the use for some of these maps in conjunction with specific modes. A couple more things I need to mention before wrapping up this review. I was thoroughly impressed with the ability to connect to multiplayer matches quickly and hassle-free in the game's early days and even on launch day. Lastly, the game on Xbox One runs native 720p and 60 frames per second, while the PS4 runs at native 900p resolution with 60 frames per second. Some particle effects and lighting were sacrificed as compared to Battlefield 4 in 2013. Battlefield Hardline didn't give me the ultimate Battlefield multiplayer experience. Its new incorporated innovative new modes are in need of balancing and major overhauls. The campaign suffers with its level design, unlockables, and character depth, which grants no replay value at the end of its meager 6-hour average playtime. The main reason to play this game is truly mediocre and disappoints many fans in the end. I'm generously giving this game a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, please hit that like button and subscribe. Stay tuned, little bros, because up next I'll be covering Mortal Kombat X. You can find me smashing skulls soon, live on Twitch, on Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 12. Until next time, little bros, game on.